Okay guys, C103. You got a new place out in the countryside. Now you got water issues. So I'll show you the way that I'd fix mine. Maybe it'll help you. It's not the only way, it's just one way. This is a bottom plow. I think I paid $130 for it. Go on the back of a tractor. That's not a very big one, but it got the job done. Got a bigger tractor, get a bigger plow. You probably steal $200 or less. Or rent one if you need to. Second tool I used was just a scrape blade. Will a box blade work? Probably, but I don't have one, so I really don't know. But these are the only two tools I use to do what I'm fixing to show you that I did, and that's dig ditches and round the driveway off and fix a water problem. So let's just get right to it. Okay, this area right here, when I first moved out here, was so bad I had to put plywood down just to get through the mud. This driveway had actually turned into a ditch over the years from all the water coming from way up that ridge, a half a mile up through there. And this is one of the spots off the ridge it would come through, and it just ended up being a ditch, which was just impossible to work with. So after experimenting, I finally figured out what to do. I used that bottom plow I showed you. Just picture this, I'm sitting on the tractor, it's throwing dirt off to the right as I dig the ditch, which is throwing, on this side of the driveway would be throwing dirt towards the driveway, right? And I just lay a row off up through there, all the way up, turn around, and I'd come back down the other side, which would be still throwing dirt towards the driveway. And I made about 3 passes doing the same thing, up the hill and back down the hill, digging the ditch deeper each time and getting a lot of loose dirt pushed towards the driveway. So what became the low spot after I got through working on this became the high spot, which is the driveway. But after I cut the ditches, I put on the scrape blade, angled it to where the left side was closer to me. It was down in the ditch as I put my wheels down in the ditch. And then as I was moving, it would pull the dirt up on the driveway, bringing it higher and higher each pass. And when I come down the other side of the driveway, it was exactly the same thing, until I had the dirt in the middle higher than the ground on the either side. When it actually started out being lower. I just kept working with it till I smoothed it out the way I wanted it. It's kind of got a crown to it in the middle. So water coming down either side is going to run the ditches. The rain itself on the driveway will go left or right down into the ditches. At some point, you most likely will have to run the water from one side to the other. So I just use concrete. You can use metal, tile, or whatever. It's really just, it's just the only way to do it. There's other things they got, but you do this, you're done with the project forever. I just dug out a ditch, put the tile down, covered it all back up while I was doing all the rest of this project. And I tried gravel for a year or two, and that just kept kind of washing off, especially with a crowned driveway. It would want to wash to the left or right. So finally I started using slag, is what we call it around here. I've come to the conclusion they call it different stuff in different parts of the country, but it's basically just ground up asphalt. And you can see where over time the sun and just driving on it is just turned it into, it's just rock solid really. So now nothing washes away. I just don't have an issue anymore. Just one way to ditch a driveway.